Back again, folks. I believe this is 8, part 2, and I was talking about, I don't even know about the dump station. Have I mentioned Cracker Barrel yet? I most likely did it on some tape. But boy, is that a slick place to stay. You know, if you just want to use it like a stop between where you're going to the campground, or hey, if you just want to live there. Jim, my new pal next door, who's been doing this over 20 years and who's, you know, about my age, boy, he gave me some good ideas. He said you can go to Walmart's and you buy like a debit card, and they have these, if Walmart has one of their gas stations there. For instance, here they do. I don't know the names of them, but if it's affiliated with Walmart, if you buy this debit card kind of thing, I guess what you do is go into Walmart and say, give me one of those debit card kinds of things, like give them 50 bucks or 100 bucks or whatever. Then when you put that in the gas pump thing, you get like 2 or 3 or 4 cents off, boom, just like that. And I never thought much about 3 or 4 cents and this, that, and the other. But when you're going through, like in a day, I went through 60 gallons, you know, hey, what the heck, a few cents isn't all that bad, you know. So that's sort of that. Now, backing up. If you guys aren't proficient at this, you must like to be well served to go to some huge parking lot, Walmart's, and practice backing up. Man, oh man, I was out here perspiring and about to shoot myself trying to get this stupid little trailer in a nice sized slip, or whatever you call it. That's what they call it for a boat, wherever they call these things. And thankfully, Mr. Jim came to my rescue. So, Wi-Fi. I basically, for better or worse, live on a computer, which maybe isn't good. I think I mentioned before, my other channel I have, I think it's right, I think it's 298 videos, and I've been sort of neglecting that channel since I started this stuff. But yeah, you know, Wi-Fi is available at, of course, McDonald's, and Whataburger has it, and somebody said Burger King may have it, and of course the local libraries have it, and you know, so unless you're obsessed with this stuff, I don't know what to tell you about that. Now, if you go to the regular commercial, for lack of a better word, campgrounds, I'm sure they all have it. But I'll tell you, my only experience, as you know, is 2 campgrounds. This one, which I showed you some pictures of, and the other one. And I'll tell you, this place is great. It doesn't have Wi-Fi, but it's only 20 bucks. And for me, an older person, it's 10 bucks. Can you imagine that? 10 bucks for this place that is absolutely immaculate and spotless. So, I rationalized it that, hey, you know, you're getting off easy if you stay at all these national park places or Cracker Barrels or wherever. And so, bite the bullet for the Wi-Fi. So, I went to 2 places. I went to, I don't know what the first one was, AT&T or somebody, and I was shocked. I said to the guy, my cell phone is one of those cell phones that you buy some minutes for, and when you run out of minutes, then you buy some more minutes, because it's in my truck. I don't even know the phone number, and it's there in case my truck blows up. That's the only reason I have it. I don't use it. And it was $100 for 1,000 minutes for 1 year. So you pay them 100, 1,000. And if you sign up before that year is out, you can just sign up for $10 more, and it extends it for another year. So now I have, I think, over 1,000 minutes or close to it, and I'm good for another year, and it's only cost me $110 for 2 years, you know, to have that safety feature, if you will, of having access to a phone. I'm not trying to tell you, you know, that you should do that, but anyway, so the Wi-Fi, that's what I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy a little gizmo you stick in the side of the computer, you give them 100 bucks, and when a baby runs out, you give them another 100 bucks. They don't have anything like that. The guy said 1 day, $15, and so on and so forth. So I said, well, how about all the other companies? He said, they're all the same. So I went to Verizon. And a real nice young man there, he told me the same thing. So, you know, I was about over it then. And I said, okay, what's your monthly thing? I think it's 35 bucks, I can't remember. And it's 3 gigs, which means nothing to me. But he was really kind of cool. He had this little computer thing in his hand. He said, well, how many hours a day do you do this? Do you do that? Here's what it's using, blah, 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 blah. The bad thing is it sucks up a lot of those gigs when you upload these gizmos, you know. If all you do is check your email and, you know, look at the news or whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So far, I uploaded some Saturday, then the thing crapped out, and I went back in today and they did some stuff to it and it's now working. But it's going to cost you about $35. So then the funny part is when I said, oh, okay, I'll take it. He says, now come on over here, and he shows me these gizmos. I don't know if you can see this little guy. You have to buy one of these little things. I said, what are you talking about? He says, yeah. Ironically, I have Verizon, you know, one of those phones you actually pick up at home, and I also have Verizon internet at home. So he said, oh, okay, you're a customer, I'll give it to you. Yeah, there you go. But, you know, you need to make, well, you don't need to make any decisions, but that's the deal on the Wi-Fi from my perspective. The gentleman next door, Jim, he doesn't use computers. He's 75, he doesn't use computers, period. But his wife does. So what they do is they go to McDonald's, he gets a senior coffee. I'm learning all these new things. I think he says you get a senior coffee for 50 cents or something. And you might even be able to get 100 refills. I'm not sure about that part. So he goes and has this 50-cent coffee, and his wife sits there and does all of her email and looking around and does all the stuff she wants to do. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, I guess that's really about it. I'm not sure if this will be beneficial or helpful to anyone, but I hope at least someone might get something out of it. But I still have no buyer's remorse other than that stinking sink, man. So you guys need to get prepared to be frustrated a little bit with that sink. I'll tell you, that is a bummer. And yes, I realize they only have so much space, but boy, that is a little tiny guy. It really is. But anyway, that's enough for now. And hope I haven't bored you too much. And as Pat Condell would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace. Hi, folks. I'm not sure how well this is going to turn out, but I'm going to put this on the end of number 8. Now, in this compartment, this is where I was keeping my laptop, you know, when I'm underway, so to speak. I guess I could as easily just thrown it on the bed, it wouldn't have come off, but I've been keeping it in this compartment here. So what I did today, of course, I measured it. I went to Walmart, of course, and I bought this box. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to put in it yet, but the laptop will fit on top of the box, and so that will give me a bunch of storage underneath the laptop. I wasn't going to jam anything on top of it. So, anyway, and I'm going to mention the microwave gizmo, and there's the rubber covered shelf gizmo, and that frees up, well, gives you a lot more room. Obviously you have the cans, you know, the standard size cans fit underneath there, and all of that other business fits on the top. I even bought a daggone toaster. It was like $6. Bread barely fits in it, but hey, what the heck, $6. Another thing, I'm an advocate of not having a microwave. Another thing, you can flip this gizmo down here, and you can use this like to put stuff on when you're trying to cook. Oh, by the way, the only complaint I have about this trailer is this wretched sink. Man, you can barely clean a coffee cup in there, I'll tell you. Okay, enough of that. Now onto the other one here. I bought another one of those gizmos, those little shelf things. And I'm pretty sure there are only 2 sizes in Walmart of this type of thing. Of course, you can do your own measuring and all, But if you buy both of them, the small one will fit in here, and the large one will fit over at the microwave joint. And I'm ultimately going to have everything in a box of some kind. For instance, this box is like my toothbrush and toothpaste and razors. Hey, believe it or not, I do use a razor and trim my beard. Oh, you guys will love this. This thing is most likely 60 or 70 years old. Old family heirloom, as you might say. Yep. How about that, folks? So you can comb your hair, as I do hundreds of times a day, wanting to look neat. I'm going to have just about everything in a box. And I'll most likely use a Sharpie along the side of it so I can get to it. But that's it. And as I said, I'm going to put this on the end of number 8. Take care. And as Pat Condell would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace.